to have teenagers or you suffer from any kind of redness or dryness, this calming balance gel will be it'll be a godsend for you. It just restores the pH balance to your skin after you do your double cleanse. K Beauty does recommend a double cleanse. And I just want to touch on that really quickly, the K Beauty philosophy. What is K Beauty? K Beauty, and this is something that was really important to me as like a very, very busy mom, career person, I'm just running a million miles an hour with my hair on fire. So whenever I heard that the K Beauty philosophy is about honoring yourself through application. That's what it is. So people think, oh, it's just a 10-step routine. Who has time for that? No, no. I have time. I'll make time. I'll go in my bathroom and I'll spend my 5 minutes with myself to honor myself through application. It really is a ritual and not a to-do list. And that connected so hard with me. And so I really look forward to my time in the bathroom each night. Brie, I don't know about you. Do you want me to do this too right now, or you want to?
Yeah, we want to see you do it.
Okay.
And I'll say on that calming balance gel, I use it for even more. I consider it my HA, my hyaluronic acid and my stabs, but then I also use it like if you have a kitchen burn, that is the first thing that I go for. Or if you have a sunburn, bring it with you to the beach. It is like souped up aloe vera with hyaluronic acid and
Yeah.
gold flakes. I mean, it just does all the things and completely takes inflammation out of the skin.
Yeah, it's going to hydrate and plump your skin and calm that inflammation so much. Okay, so these are the unsung heroes. These are sold as a set. This is our classic Boo Say Boo. So this is our booster and this is our serum. I actually love our packaging. The tops of the lids kind of pay homage to the lava rock. They're kind of gritty. They feel a little sandpapery. There's always a flat edge to all of our bottles, even down to like our lip products, which magnetize together. They have that beautiful magnetic feel. They have that flat side, which also means that if you have it on your, top of your dresser, it's not going to roll off. So you can tell that everything has that consistent branding. And with our serum, when you undo it, this little stopper thing just kind of pops up for you. So when you pull it out, and you pull it up, you push down to suck up the serum into the pipette. So I usually do it like this. I don't know, everybody has their method, but I usually just kind of like dot it on my skin a little bit, just like that. And then I do obviously my full face, but I also do my neck and my décolleté every single night. And then if there's anything left, I wipe it on the back of my hands because I feel like the hands are a dead giveaway if you're taking care of all of this and then you neglect this will show. So I love this. It just whenever you do this, you spray the booster. I didn't do that. I just got ahead of myself because I was so excited about the packaging. But you want to spray the booster first. That's the boo is the BOO of the booster. So the booster, you miss that first, then you put your serum on, and then you miss the second time with the booster. So Boo Say Boo. Some people even do that stuff twice. They'll go through it twice because they just love the feel of it. But this is just a nice tall bottle full of our giant byung pul leaf extract, which is our proprietary plant-based extract. And then also, as Bree said, anywhere in our formulation where a distilled water ingredient would be called for, we're substituting that Jeju Lava Energy Water, which is truly like the fountain of youth. It is one of one. I always tell people, like, when you're out in the street and people are like, oh, my skincare is better or my skincare is better, I'm like, the only thing that's better than being better is being the only one. No one can compete with being the only. And we are truly the only brand in the world that has access to this water and then uses that water in such a way that increases the efficacy of the rest of the product line by way of growing this plant, this magical plant, the tiger grass plant. Truly, it's a miracle and an innovation that we have this plant that used to look like a little piece of cilantro is what I looked like. To me, it looked like cilantro, like the basic plant looked like it's like a leaf with a long stem on it, and then we watered it exclusively in a greenhouse, Chairman On did, with the Jeju Lava Energy Water, and in just a few short weeks, we have a plant that is completely new, and it is patented, it is ours, it is our giant byung pul leaf plant. We harvest that fresh. The leaf size goes from the size of a nickel to the size of your outstretched palm. Bree has been there, she's been to Korea, she's seen it. She's been in those beautiful greenhouses in person, and we take that beautiful plant and we harvest those extracts fresh. We never dry it. We never make it a spice. And the potency of that. And then we take it and we put it through the shrink machine. And that's where you can just drop the mic. You can drop the mic completely because what we have is so unique and special. It is truly one of one. So I always tell people the only thing better than being better is being the only. So that's your Jeju Lava Energy Water scientific explanation as best as I can. I'm not a scientist. So, but I'm just going to allow this to kind of work its magic for a few minutes while Bree kind of takes you to the next little step here. And then we can maybe get into some makeup here in a few minutes.
Perfect. Oh, I love the makeup demos. Thank you so much, Katie, for that
Welcome.
explanation and showing how to use it. And your skin acne prone, especially if you have teens who are struggling with acne. Did you say it helped with your kids' acne?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I have kids that have used they use a more abbreviated version of the full ritual that I use. I think it's just they're teenagers and they don't, you know,
Hmm.
they're not gonna take the time, but what they do is been very effective. They throw the snow enzyme cleanser in their showers. The calming balance gel is really, really great for them too. So yeah, they've had good success with that.
Yeah. And then now the white bottles, that's the Radiantsum line. So you can see those are in porcelain bottles. They are actually meant to block out the light. They're light sensitive. Now this is oil based. So if you have extremely dry skin or if you have already been using an oil based line, then that's the direction that I recommend you go. Otherwise, I say start with the dermatology line and let it work its magic. And then of course, in Korean skincare, they believe in double cleansing as much as they do anti-aging. You can see there's an exfoliating wash, there is a snow enzyme cleanser that pumps oxygen into the cells. But my favorite is the oil cleanser.
Great.
And it is probably one of my favorite products. Make sure you're using it correctly. Make sure you rub it in for at
Mhm.
least 3 minutes. You can
Yes.
literally feel it pulling dirt and oil out of your pores.
It's funny that you talk about this. The other night, I did this with I have a 17-year-old son, and he's a lacrosse player. So his pores, if you've ever noticed, if you have like a 10x mirror in your bathroom and you have the pores that just look like pores, your pores collect a lot of like dust, dirt, sebum, even if you're not wearing makeup, and you can tell that you can see that kind of orange peel texture to your skin. If you have that anywhere on your face, that oil cleanser is going to be your best friend. And people argue and be like, well, why would you use oil? Because oil pulls oil. And when you massage it into your skin for a good length of time, like truly three to 5 minutes, think of your skin like this. If that pore is clogged and what's inside is like a microscopic cork, what
Mhm.
you're doing by massaging that oil in there is loosening the cork, and the cork will come out. And then whenever you rinse off and you double cleanse, you look in my son looked in the mirror and he was like, Mom, all my pores are gone. They're not gone, they're just clean. They're just clean. So think of it as lubricating inside of each pore and releasing all those tiny little corks, and that's going to clean your skin.
I love it. You guys, Katie has the best analogies. Just wait till you hear the flossing one later. It's good. Okay, so here's the thing is most companies have one hero product. I'm talking one. They have a whole separate hero product line called Bodolab, and this is for your hair. So they've actually done clinical trials in Korea on how this grows your hair, strengthens your hair follicles, makes them thicker. And what happened was they were actually studying something called desert algae. It's a type of algae that grows in extreme heat, and they were trying to figure out how it could survive in the desert. Well, with that, they found an ingredient called loliolide that was actually strengthening the hair follicles. So this is like skincare for your scalp. And then you
Yes.
also can't forget your body. This body cream has hyalocollagen in it. This is like skincare for your body. There was a woman that came out to California with us, and she had not worn shorts or a dress in over 15 years. And she had been using the body cream and she was wearing a dress for the first time because she was so excited to show her legs. So this is going to really help with discoloration, with that crepiness in the skin. So definitely get those patented ingredients all over your body. Which one's your favorite, Katie? I know you've done that. You've talked about the hair. You
Oh
love
my
the hair.
gosh. Even though I have the world's shortest hair, I mean, I am a sucker for good hair care. And let me tell you, I came for the skincare and stayed for the hair care. Holy cannoli. So one of the hero product in the hair care, or at least the really wow, show-stopping jazz hands of the three is the water treatment. I've never in my life used a water treatment, which is basically a conditioner. It comes out in your hand. It's not to be believed, you guys. I don't even want to spoil it for you. It's so fun to use, especially the first time you're like, what is even happening right now in the shower? It's like a magic trick. It comes out, it looks like water in your hand. And the more you massage it into your scalp, think skincare for your scalp. Okay. You got to think about it that way. So you run it along your hair, along your scalp, you start massaging. The more water you feed it and the more massaging you give it, it will cream to this like explosive, gorgeous extravaganza. So much so that I actually siphon it off and I shave my legs with how creamy it is. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
That's a
I,
lot. It's amazing. You need to try it.
now
So to
I've
me, that's
also
go
heard
fast.
about shaving with the snow enzyme cleanser,
No
especially
enzyme
for
cleanser
men.
too. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Yes, it does. The snow enzyme cleanser does kind of like foam to like a shaving cream kind of appearance. So if you're shaving, it'll kind of show you what you're doing. So,
Hmm.
but yes, I love the hair care and it smells divine. So both all the body care stuff smells amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that next time. So,
Mhm.
okay, they also have a couple of health products because beauty is on the inside out. So, one of them is the Deep Talk Plus. Now, these think Eastern medicine. These are pellets you take with water. They expand 40 times their size and they gently scrape the sides of the intestinal wall to clean you out. Now, we absorb nutrition through our intestinal wall, so it's really important to make sure that that is cleaned out. And when you absorb more nutrition, that affects the health of your skin. So I'm sure you're seeing a pattern here with beauty on the inside out. And then, of course, they have collagen ampules. There's 28 different types of collagen in the body. This is a type 1, which is the most beneficial for the hair and the skin. And then they added extra ingredients that have immune boosting qualities like selenium, glutathione. And so I'm just going to say this, but I was taking these every single day through the cold and flu season, and I did not get sick over Christmas time and in January. So I don't know if this is one of your tricks too.
I completely agree. If you're somebody that just has poor motility, I would strongly recommend the Deep Talk Plus. It'll just help you with your regularity, number one. And also I always feel like people will come to me and they're like, Katie, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything you said. How can I continue to like move the goalposts and level up my results? And I'm like, okay, well, are you taking anything? Are you treating your skin from the inside out? So people that are doing the ritual and they're loving the results, but we kind of get addicted to that progress, a little bit. And so when people are like, what else you got? What else can we do? I always point them to the detox or the collagen if they're not doing those two things. That's a help.
Definitely. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is going to be fun. This is where we're gonna pull Katie back up and
Okay.
so explain what you've done on the face so far.
Yeah, so on this half of my face, here's the best part of it. Can you tell where this half of my makeup starts and stops apart from where my lip color is? Super, super extreme close up.
Yeah.
Right? So you
Uh-huh.
can see a little bit of my hyperpigmentation on the dark side of my bottom of my cheek here. But really and truly, when you look at me straight on, do you see how it's just blurred out and softened out over here just a little bit? And that it all looks very, very natural. Well, this cushion is, I mean, I've been in the makeup business for 10 years. I was a professional photographer for 14 years before that. So I've been around makeup. I know camera ready makeup. I know everyday makeup. I've just been around it for so long. And I've seen it all. I've seen everything from airbrush to your standard, CVS bottle makeup to cream-based makeup to, I mean, all kinds of different types of makeup. And so this was an absolute true innovation for me to be able to see what is a cushion? What does that even mean? So this is a skincare meets makeup hybrid. Okay, so what we have here is it opens like this, and there is a little pad, but I'll grab that in a second. But it opens like this, and the makeup is inside here on this pad. It's a little sponge, and it's soaked with makeup. It it is it's so hard to describe until you actually use it because it feels like nothing. And for me, having worked on my skincare for a year, I was like, the last thing you want to do, I mean, look at your skin. You want the glass skin effect. That's like having a marble floor. Could you imagine seeing this high polished marble floor and then taking a gallon of latex paint and pouring it all over it and start rollering it? I mean, it would just rob that floor of its natural beauty, right? So that's kind of what we're achieving with our skin is that marble floor. And you don't want to paint the marble floor, but you do want to increase your confidence by maybe just massaging or blurring out maybe just whatever's left that you have to correct as far as you know maybe some. And this the other thing that I think is so key about this is that it does not collect in the under eye area. It will not crease or collect there. And so truly to me, the only way I can describe it is that it's like invisible makeup. And that's why I said it's very hard to detect, like, where does it begin and end? You know what I mean? For me, even in the application part, I'll show you. I'm using a color called Tan. See, my little pad is in there now. You see that the makeup is on the pad. So I open it up like this, and you just press the pad on here like that, and then I'll just swipe it on. Now, this is actually a little bit dark for my actual skin tone because my body is a lot more tan than my face. I'm like super diligent about wearing sunscreen on my face, a hat at all times. Um, again, because I don't want to have to deal with more hyperpigmentation on that treadmill than I have to. So I'm really, really careful. So this shade is just a hint darker than what I could probably go for. We have this in 5 colors. It's very, very simple and easy to color match yourself because it just blends right into your skin. So as you can see, it's not really compromising the sheen of my skin. You can still see that beautiful marble floor, and it goes on in a snap. So I just like kind of put it in my main areas really quickly. And the best part about this, y'all, is you get 2 of these sponges in a box. So they are completely soaked. I wish I could show you. Hold on one second. Let me show you. This is a trick. So when you get yours, if at any point it starts to feel like it was drying out a little bit, this is all you have to do. Take a little thing, like look how much makeup is underneath there. There is
Mhm.
so much under there. So you can just flip the sponge over.
I
This is
just flipped
last
mine
you.
today,
Oh my
actually.
gosh,
Yeah.
you'll be shocked at how much is under there. You're like, wow. And you get a second refill sponge. So I kind of love the conservation aspect of that, that we don't have to buy a brand new plastic compact that's, the
Mhm.
housing of it every single time. The company kind of gives us a lot of longevity in terms of that. So you have a good 4 to 6 months of makeup, depending on your use. If you're maybe you don't wear makeup every day, some people don't. But the way that I like to do mine, so I put my tan on first. And then because I'm just so old school, I love a highlight and contour moment. That's just how I love to accentuate the lines on my face. Now is when I actually will pick up a brush and I use deep, which is the darkest shade, and I'll just press it into the pad and then I'll kind of contour quickly under my skin. And really and truly, no matter how many layers, quote unquote, of this I put on my skin, I never lose the texture. I never lose that natural luminosity. And so now I've got some nice contour to my face. This is so simple. It's like paint by number. So I do a little bit around my forehead. I'll do a little bit down the side of my nose really fast, and then with whatever's left on the brush, I'll just kind of dust it along my jawline. That's it. And then if I really was going out or I needed a little extra, I would grab the light. This is actually the old packaging of the light. This baby's still going strong, and so I'm like, I'm not going to throw it out until it's empty. So I'm still using the one that was, this is another shade. It's nice and light, and so sometimes, like I said, it will never crease under the eye. And so I just kind of do a little bit of brightening. I love a little brightening right here under my eye. It just draws everything up. And sometimes people have broken capillaries around the outside corners of their noses, so that's a good place to have that. And then I'm going to pause there and just, we can finish with the lip and cheek kind of moment. I'm going to kick it back to you, but I have to say this. This makeup has the same beautiful extracts and skincare ingredients in it. Now, I have to say this, just using makeup that has skincare based ingredients in it is not a substitute for your skincare routine. I told Bree today, it's like people will go to a dermatology office and they'll get like a laser treatment or a peel or something like that. And they'll be like, I don't need to do anything else. I just go in for my once a year visit. That's like going into your dentist's office, getting your teeth cleaned once a year, and then never brushing your teeth. Could you imagine? Like, it's not going to work. And the same can be said by trying to use skincare infused makeup. That's like flossing. Okay? You can't floss your teeth and expect your skin to look amazing, but they do go hand in hand. They work synergistically together. So if I'm going to spend my money on makeup, I want makeup that's going to amplify the effort that I'm already using in my 5 minutes in my routine every single night. So it's just, they work so beautifully hand in hand together to bring out the best in what your skin has. So, all right, Bree.
Well, the
Fire.
comments are blowing up. They love the demo. And now I noticed that you used the pad that it comes with. And
Yeah,
I personally use a very dense brush. So I think you can
I
go
didn't
either
at
way.
first. I did it until like a week ago. I think I
Mm.
was just such an old school makeup girl that I went for the brush first, just because to me that was just the tool that I found to be just the most intuitive for me. But I watched some videos of some people that are like, this type of a product is it's much more popular in Korea. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is like super, super foreign for American people and Canadian people, but it's very common way of doing makeup in Korea. So I went and I watched some videos of some gals that are Korean to do their makeup with a cushion, and they wipe, and I'm like, oh, you gotta wipe. It's not about patting because I think patting just doesn't do it. I don't know how else to explain it. I had to wipe, and then the minute I wiped, I'm like, it's flawless. It's like, so you got to try it. You got to try wiping. I didn't do it.
Okay.
I'm a convert. I just learned like
I
a
know. I'm gonna try this now. Now you
yeah.
have me curious. So, did you feel like the pad soaked up a lot of the product when you did it?
No, well, no, because I think if you were using like a really, really thick pad, but look at this thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
thin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's thin on purpose. I think this is very thoughtful. I think that we just didn't, we we didn't come with the like video tutorial that we needed. So, but yeah, I actually love it. I prefer it now. It's quick. It's very quick. Like it's like two, three swipes and I'm done. So, and I just think that the coverage is really, really flawless. It's very flawless. And I don't really, when I go into it, I don't necessarily put the whole thing right in the middle. I kind of use my finger and just go heavy on the tip of my finger. So it's
Yeah.
only getting it on like a little bit. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try a new technique
give it
tomorrow.
a
You talked
try.
me into
Yeah,
it.
I want your feedback.
I know. So it sounds like she's going to show us. We're going to go into some of the colors where it's multifaceted. You can use this on your lips, on your cheeks, on your eyes. So she's going to show us some of those tricks here in just a minute. Now, I am going to do a little bit of business talk with you really quickly. Here's what I'm going to say is that timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. And you can make a lot of money when you partner with the right timing and the right trends. And right now, the search for Korean skincare in North America alone is up over 350%. You guys, the timing is key. And the fact that you can make money by sharing an affiliate code for products that people are already searching for. It's already trending on Google. It's already trending on TikTok and social media. And people are curious about Korean skincare in North America, but a lot of people don't know where to start or which one is the best. And so the fact that you have a code to share, or I'm sorry, a link to share for a brand that is the number one in the hardest market in the world to go number one in, it just makes all the difference. And it honestly ends the search. So you can actually make up to 54% by sharing a link with somebody else. There's 6 different ways that we get paid off of this plan. Now, here are 2 things that really stand out to me. One, you can make up to 54%. It's one of the most lucrative compensation plans that I've seen in the industry. In fact, I think it pays out the highest of anything I've seen. The other thing is what's unique about it is you can actually lock in a percentage for life and never lose it. Most affiliate plans, you have to climb your way back up the ladder every single month to requalify, or it's a tiered, percentage where you have to hit these different tiers before you can get paid out. But you can actually lock in 20% or 30% and never lose it. Even if life happens and you were gone for a year and you came back and made a sale, if you locked in 30%, you're going to get paid at that 30%. You're not going to have to climb your way back up the ladder every single month. This plan also has rollover volume in it. So your volume is going to roll over to the following month to help you towards rank advancing and locking in these percentages. You can also earn global revenue sharing. You can unlock the level and earn additional percentages. There's also my favorite way that we can earn some extra cash is by helping others. When you are showing other people how to use these products and showing other people how to about them, you can actually earn leadership match bonuses. And so these start at 40%, and you can see you can get paid on 6 leaders deep, where you're getting a percentage of their paycheck, which is again very lucrative as those stack up. Now, we like to make money, but we also like to have some fun. And we are going to Vegas in September, and we have an event going on there. And I will tell you, the last event we were at, we just we'd like to have fun. They are always launching new products. We always have some sort of team events, meetings. We love to eat, we love to hang out with each other, we love to take all the pictures for social media, and plus you're going to learn all the training. What I love about events is every event I've ever been to has either helped me hit a higher rank or it's increased the zero on my paycheck. And that's the truth, because you're going to be learning the skills from people who figured out the hard way how to do it, and you're going to be getting all the shortcuts. So we definitely hope that you join us here.
Absolutely. I think, just to touch on what Bree was saying about um, I think some of the figures or something like, K beauty industry in the US currently sits at like a $10 billion industry, and they're projecting that it'll be a $30 billion industry in just a few short years. And I had to pull myself back for a moment and be like, you know what? Somebody is going to be making all that money. Why not me? Right? Somebody's going to be making all that money. And when you think about like, okay, most Americans or most anyone in the world is not going to be worried. I mean, when you say I'm going to give you an opportunity to make an extra $500 a month, there are very few people that I think would say no to that. And then when you sit back and you think, you know what, if I was going to start a business, like, gosh, all the expenses and the pipelines and the logistics and all the things that go into creating a business that's all your own, and like researching and focus groups and will this be popular? Like, this is not the first time we're having this party. Like, we already had that party in Korea, and so many people came to that party, so we have the data already that tells us this is going to work. People are going to come to this party. And so the phone is already ringing, and all we have to do is pick it up. That's it. Like, so for me, when I joined this amazing, amazing opportunity, that for the first 10 days, all I did was call my best friends and tell them about the opportunity. I didn't even have the skincare yet. I was so unbelievably blown away by what I had seen occur in Korea, and the fact that this Goliath company was coming to America and coming to North America and is coming to a country near you if it's not in your country already. And I just thought, I want to be first. I want to be first to that party. I want to know what's going on here so I can go tell everyone else about it and be the first one. And so that was important to me. And I also thought, who do I want at that party with me? Who are like my best friends? Like, I can imagine being 2 years down the line in this thing, and like I'm partying and all my friends are like, why didn't you call me? Like, how could you not call me for that party? And so I truly thought of it that way. I'm like, somebody is going to be making so much money going to the best party of the year. And, I want it to be me, and I want it to be all my best friends. So I mean, it was a little bit of a leap of faith at the beginning because, like I said, I ranked senior manager before I even had my product, and so just because I called everybody and I was like, "You need to just buy a kit and let's all try it together," and so that was a leap of faith, but I knew that the data was there to support it. So, and for the last, 15 months, it's only gotten better. It's only gotten better. Not a moment have I ever been disappointed, or it wasn't what I thought, or even when we launched the makeup, I mean, that was so important to me. I mean, I have a makeup background. I remember opening this and being like, please, oh, please, oh, please, this better be like the best thing I've ever tried in my whole life. I'm never going to be able to wholeheartedly support it and shout it from the rooftops. And it was. I remember like squealing in my desk. I have a desk full of makeup, a million brands. I try them all just because I want to make sure that what I have is the best and what I'm recommending is the best. And this is the best. It's invisible makeup. And, it goes hand in hand with all of the other beautiful products in the house of RIMAN that we have. So what we have
Yeah.
is, it is the party. This is the party. And I would challenge you to go find a comp plan that's better than ours. I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny that you say that because I honestly wasn't expecting to like the makeup as much as I love it. And it actually replaced I was a diehard Chanel foundation user, and I haven't used my foundation since I got this new cushion. I'm obsessed with it. I was not expecting that because I'm kind of the same way. Like, I have to really, really love something to be able to talk about it.
Yep.
And so it really blew me away.
Yes.
So this is just like more ways to earn. It's kind of just almost like Oprah. Like, you get another $100, you get another $500. So this is just like an additional thing that they threw on top of the regular compensation plan, where this month you can earn an additional $1,000 on top of your pay. So definitely get back to the person that invited you and they can kind of go through that. Now it's $20 to partner with the company in the US, and it's actually free enrollment if you're watching from Mexico or Canada. So that $20 is waived. And they have some starter kits where you get some. Basically, I'm the girl that wants a deal. Like, I'm the girl that what's on sale, what's the best deal? I'm going to get the best deal. This is the best deal because you get more products for less money. You can actually lock in 20% or 30% going forward right away with your starter kits, which is nice. And then these are the Canadian kits. Now, okay, we're going to start wrapping things up here, but what I want to point out here is, Katie was talking about earlier how we were in Korea. Now we're going back to Korea in October, and we're going to stay at somewhere called RIMAN Village. Now, what this is, it's a 5-star resort that the owner built for us, for the affiliates, for the distributors. In fact, his first year in business, where most owners take the profits And most owners are going to go buy a jet or a beach house or a yacht. He actually took the profits and immediately started construction on a 5-star resort on Jeju Island. Jeju Island, remember, is off the coast of Korea. It's kind of like the equivalent of our Hawaii. And he built it for us to have events and leadership events and retreats. And so we went here and they told us that we were going to go see the smart farm. And so I was thinking, okay, cool. We're going to go see this greenhouse with these plants and then we're going to go to lunch. And we pulled up to an entire campus. It was several blocks of just everything that this company owns, where they own the patents. Nobody can access these ingredients, the exclusivity for the next 18 years. They own the land, they own the smart farms. There's 3 different smart farms. The newest one is 150,000 square feet. They own the labs. And I'm looking at the massive scale of this. And if you don't realize this, this company is completely vertically integrated. And what that means is they own every step of the process. They even own the bottling facility that makes the bottles that the product is in. So why would a company want to do that? Because it cuts out the middleman. Because they own every step of the process, they have their costs so dialed in tight. That's why they can afford the first class marketing, the collaborations, why they can afford to pay extra in the rewards plan. And so when I was looking at this, I had a moment where I realized this is way bigger than network marketing. This is so much bigger than direct sales. And I wanted to know why. Why were they in direct sales? And so what I found out was that Chairman On, who's the owner of the company, he had been involved in network marketing in his 20s and had fallen in love with it. And he knew that he wanted to partner with this industry. In Korea, they have a great respect for this industry. They treat it like a profession and it's taken very seriously. And so he has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants to become the #1 K-beauty brand in the world. And he wants to do it with us. And I feel so honored to be here at the right place at the right time. Times like these, they don't come around very often. This doesn't always happen, to hit something when it's in pre-momentum. So with that, I'm going to get myself out of the way. I'm going to turn it back over to Katie. Katie, you're going to show us one more trick and then we'll close it out.
One more. Yes,
I think we have 5 minutes left, so we can.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, like Bree said, from the dirt to your door, we own every step. I also love that like our proprietary plants are grown inside these greenhouses, so we never are going to have a bad crop. We have access to the water. It gets piped in directly from the cave into the smart farm. And we know that with 1/10 of a degree and the humidity, it's all exact, right, and perfect. And so our ability to continue to scale this into those 50 countries worldwide in the next 5 years, we can sustain that. We can cash that check all day long, which is really, really beautiful. And our competition is not other network marketing companies. Our competition is La Mer and La Prairie and the best luxury skincare brands in the world. We are not playing even in the network marketing arena, although I do also think in some way, this is a practice of heritage. We use heritage ingredients. And as you know, in Korea, they start them young. They start making sure that girls and boys that are 14, 15, 16 years old are starting to take care of their skin the way that it's your largest organ. It's like taking care of your teeth or taking care of your heart or taking care of your bones and your muscles. It's just another system in your body that is largely overlooked. And it's just all about aesthetics, but it's not really about aesthetics. It's about the health of your skin. That's why it's called ICD. That's why it says ICD on everything. It's about intracellular dermatology. It's about going deep, healing your cells. And then the aesthetics are just a byproduct of that. So I just love that. And so I also think that because of this like heritage practice, passing it from a human to a human is important, right? Helping people understand the Korean philosophies of honoring yourself through application is something that you're not going to just learn at Sephora, just picking up something. It's important that we sit and we help and we serve and we educate our customer about what they're doing and why. And so I think that's why the network marketing industry is such a beautiful and perfect fit for a company like this, and why administering it worldwide from one testimonial to another is so powerful. Because I'll tell you, you could be a viral video or you could have a billboard in Times Square, but nothing is more powerful than word of mouth. transferring, I love this, and that is so powerful, and that's why network marketing exists. And I think that's why people will continue to embrace it. We love to shop small from our neighbors and our friends, and yet we also love the convenience of being able to shop online. And I think that what network marketing does is it offers the best of those both worlds. So what we have is a product that is just so innovative and amazing, and we have many, many, many of them in all the houses of the rooms of RIMAN that we say. And so I'll just finish by demoing our brand new lip butter. So this is like a lip tint. We have some that have like a matte finish and some that have like a more satin finish. I like to just put a little on here, and then I have it already over here. And then I just kind of use my finger to blur it out. And this is a color called Symphony Pink, which I love. Now I will say I did outline, I just put a little bit of liner on, so I'm just gonna match that up. This is not a RIMAN product, but that's okay. It works well and beautifully with all the makeup that you might currently have. Okay. And then to top it off, this is the lip oil. Remember I showed you there's like a flat side and they magnetize together. So if you're throwing this at the bottom of your bag, hold on, I think I have to have them shut for them to magnet. There we go. See that? Then you can just top this off. This has collagen in it. You can use it as a sleeping mask. Look at the shine. It's so yummy. And then the other thing that I love about this is if it can double as a quick little cheek color too. You can even use this as eyeshadow. So I'll use it, I'll just like, you know, give myself a little, just liven up my cheeks a little with this, and like it just vanishes. It's so pretty. You can even use a little brush if you want to just soften it out. And that's it. Super versatile. Oh, what is the pencil? It's just a brand called Soshi. It's a nice brand. They're from California. Couple of UCLA kids. Anyway, I love these. They're very, very versatile. I love using them on my cheeks, my lips. So if you're just like, if you travel and you don't like to take a lot with you, I love products that can do multiple jobs. So anyway, it was such a pleasure, Bree, to hang out with you
Thank
and
you
everyone else on
so
this call
much.
today. I hope you guys learned a lot. Go back to the planner that invited you to this call, say thank you to them, and tell them you're ready to get going.